Friends, hello and welcome back. Hope everyone is having a lovely day. So today we said let's flash it back. Let's do what we did in the past. Let's create a team, a team of all, specifically third overall picks in the NHL. We tried to base this most recently. We try to get the most recent players, as many as possible, but then you're not always gonna be able to fill the team. There's gonna be guys that doesn't play anymore. You're gonna have to say, all right, let's look in the past. So we tried to mix it up a little bit. We threw some veterans on this lineup as well. We used the Blue Jackets having the most recent third overall pick with future legend Adam Fantilli. I tell you what, this team should make you feel pretty good about having a third overall pick, because third overall pick, it can be scary. It can be. We come into this like, especially if you pick second. Or you pick first and you fall back a couple spots in the draft. It's like, get out the first, get out the second. But there's some great players, some elite players taking it in the third spot in the draft. I mean, we have Jonathan Hubert on the first line. We have Leon, this one should make you feel good. Leon Draisaitl taken in his draft. He was slept on in that draft. Henrik Sedin, I can't believe both Sedins were taken second and third overall, and Vancouver ended up with both of them. How crazy is that? Then there's Pierre-Luc Dubois. Now, Dubois came a little bit later than was that Matthews draft. Was that McDavid and Eichel? Was that McDavid Eichel draft? Is that 2016? That was the Matthews draft. Oh, Matthews on line eight. Dubois came third. Not a bad selection. Then there's Tim Stützle, who's been stellar to start his career. Moving over to Matt Duchene, then we have Eddie Olczyk, one of the flashbacks for this draft, 57 years young, taken in a third overall in 1984. Dylan Strome taken in 2015. That was the guy taken after the McDavid and Eichel. Then there's Kirby Dack in 2019, Jesper Kotkaniemi in 2018. We had Mason McTavish. McTavish looking like he could be a guy. Now he's 20 years young, but he's been getting better and better. I'm telling you, that's a big boy. That's a big 6 foot, 213. He can move it around it with the best of them. Then we got Logan Cooley, only 19. Is he not a game? Is that what that is? Is that why he's created like that? Maybe. Moving to the defense, we have Well, New Jersey. Did New Jersey take Niedermeyer? Was New Jersey Niedermeyer or somebody else take? I didn't even think about it. I say New Jersey. You had like 10 freaking third overall picks. I swear. Within like 5 or 6 years, and one of them was a bust. Anyway, Scott Niedermeyer is gonna be on top of this defense, pretty sick. Miro Heiskanen. Now imagine this. Sorry, Dallas, we'll bring it up. Imagine this, Dallas. It's like, hey, you know what? Third overall pick. You're like, who we're gonna get? We're not gonna get Patrick. We're not gonna get Heischer. It's like, okay, we're stuck with whatever. And then you get Miro Heiskanen. All of a sudden, you look back and say, ooh, Nolan Patrick, not too pretty at all. But then you look one spot later in the draft, and there is Cale Makar taken. Then there's Elias Pettersson. Nonetheless, Dallas has to be happy though. That Miro's a stellar player, and it's not Nolan Patrick. Then we got Jay Bogmeister, Zach Bogosian, the Boganator, Jack Johnson, former Blue Jacket legend, and then Eric Gudbranson wrapping things up. Nonetheless, let's pump this season out. This team should have a pretty stellar season. Now, top 6 is disgusting. I mean, there are some guys, and here's the thing. There's a lot of younger guys still trying to work on their overalls, trying to work on their craft and get better at the hockey, being younger. But I'd imagine in 2, 3, 4 years, those guys are going to have solid overalls. They're going to be solid players in the league as well. But those guys are going to, impact how this team plays. And that's why we're seeing them right now, 19 and 11. They're not exactly a 35-4 team, but they're a playoff contender, and they're third in the division, actually, surprising a bunch of third overall picks. I take it back. We said at the beginning of this video, I don't feel bad about them third overall picks, but apparently third overall picks just barely got a squeak in the playoffs. I mean, they're having a stellar season by all accounts. No, they was 29-16, 30-22, falling apart there. A wild card team where these Columbus Blue Jackets, they have better start winning some hockey games, because they are on an absolute losing heater, and they find themselves outside of playoffs. Are they gonna make it? They have got to start winning. They've got to start winning right now. There's a win against Tampa, there's a win against Nashville, overtime loss to the Carolina Hurricanes, and a team of third overall picks. Wow, that team was stellar. I thought we had a really good hockey team, and they missed playoffs. 40, 34, and 8, 88 points on the season. It was a tough division. 102 points you had to get to make the division. But I mean, Eastern Conference in general, they finished a point out of playoffs. They just need to win one game. One measly little game, and they couldn't do it. 3.04 goals for per game. They came across with 2.88 goals against. It was good. Interesting that it was the goals that were the struggle. I thought this team was pretty solid in the top 6. I mean, you had City Dean, you had Stutz. Maybe they didn't play well together. City Stutz will put up 58 points. Huberdeau 58 points. I mean, Niedermeyer 54. The defensemen and 2 of the top 6 points getters on this team with a really good team. I mean, Dubois, Duchesne, they didn't play the best. They didn't sim up the best. Dylan Strome held the team back clearly. Minus 20. Kirby Dack had a minus 18. That line, tough sledding, to say the very least. Q Branson only a minus 4. 48 goals out of Leon Draisaitl, though. Tim Stützle 25. Overall, just a disappointing season. We had Keepers, Leakins, and net, and it didn't matter. 9-12, that's a good save percentage. 2.79 goals in. He had a great season. Team just could not get the job done. I mean, I can't even imagine. They're not going to walk home with anything. Nonetheless, a tough season. That is going to wrap things up. As always, hope you enjoyed the video. Thank you for watching. We'll see you next time.